Texas Governor Greg Abbott is now directing all public universities and state agencies to freeze new H-1B visa applications until next year. The governor also announced an investigation into the federal program in light of what he called recent reports of abuse. Here to share some insight about some of the possible consequences of this is a local immigration attorney, Jason Finkelman. Jason, welcome to our show, and thank you for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start with the fact that Texas is currently home to thousands of H-1B visa holders. This is issued for immigrants with specialty skills in things like research, medicine, or engineering. So help us understand whether state agencies or universities are really using that to bring in certain workers.
Yeah, so for context, the H-1B visa is for foreign nationals who are coming to work in the U.S. temporarily in very high-skilled professions, and they have high-skilled education and high skills to perform those functions. We see U.S. universities and some state agencies utilize the H-1B visa particularly to fill these in-demand roles like researchers, professors, physicians, engineers, things like that, because they tend to be harder to find in the American workforce.
And Governor Abbott, in his announcement yesterday, said that these kinds of jobs should go to Texans first. But you told my colleague, Dylan McKim, during a story yesterday that attacking this program is like shooting yourself in the foot. I saw some other similar criticism, particularly from people who work in academia here in Texas. Why is that?
Yeah, it's important to understand that U.S. universities are all in competition with each other to hire world-class talent. So by putting into place policies like an H-1B visa freeze, it's really antithetical to what we want Texas universities to be able to do, which is hire the best researchers, professors, physicians, things like that. And so while that it will ultimately hurt the Texas universities, more importantly, it will probably lead to Texas universities being less of a leader in the higher education space. That's why it really sort of shooting themselves in the foot.
Is this particular directive coming at a time when a lot of these universities are looking for people to apply for those visas and bring them here?
Yeah, so again, all universities throughout this country are in competition to bring the best world-class talent to their universities, because that's what brings in dollars, that's what brings in students, and that's what educates the people in their state.
Yeah, what are you hearing from your own clients about this directive? I mean, this has only just been about 24 hours now, but what are some of the conversations that you're having?
There's a lot of concern from individuals at Texas universities who are concerned whether they're going to, A, be able to be hired, or whether they're going to be able to stay on, whether there's going to be hiring freezes. But more importantly, what I'm hearing from university officials is, well, hey, if we can't hire this talent that we so desperately need, that talent's just going to go to other U.S. universities. And we want that talent to stay here in Texas.
We understand that this freeze is temporarily in place until May of next year. Presumably that gives state lawmakers some time during the next regular legislative session to address this in some way in state law. What is your expectation about what comes next with all this?
I fully expect U.S. universities, or Texas universities and business people to push back significantly on any policies put into place that limits their ability to hire the talent they need to grow the U.S. university and to attract talent they need.
Okay, well, Jason, we appreciate you sharing some insight, and I'm sure we'll be touching base again in the future as more developments come. But thank you again for being with us.
Absolutely, thank you.
All right.